Hey guys, welcome to episode 13. Man, this is a special episode 13, Monday night edition of the Converted Podcast.
Monday night.
Yes, man. This is more hype than Monday Night Football. Nah, let's not even go there. Let's not get crazy.
Probably not.
Yo, man, we're here, man. We missed last week, like we had told you guys, but we got something for you guys on Monday night. We got something real cool. Sal, man, lay it on him, man. What's happening tonight?
Okay, in this very special Monday edition of the Converted Podcast, we have a very special guest. From the Wrathion Chronicles, we have returning guest Solarflair.
Yes.
Yay!
It's exciting, man. It's good.
This week's going to be a little bit shorter than usual because, well, BlizzCon, you were on vacation this past week.
I was, man. I was
What
down
happened?
in Mexico, man. I was down in Mexico, man, doing my thing, having some fun with the family. It was good, man. We had a great time. A week is not long enough. But,
Did you bring the baby down there too?
yeah, my baby went down. This is her second trip, man. She had a passport when she was like 7 months old. So this is her second trip down there. And we had a blast, man. It's good stuff. One thing I want to say about Mexico real quick. Like, people have this image, like at work, people are like, hey, whatever, welcome back. And I was like, yeah. They're like, where'd you go? I'm like, Mexico. They're like, oh, you went to Mexico? I'm like, listen, man. This is the deal with Mexico. Mexico, there's some dangerous spots, just like there's dangerous spots here, right? But people saying like, oh, I'm not going to Mexico is like someone saying like, well, geez, I'm not going over to the U.S. anymore. Why not, Bob? Well, I heard someone got killed in Los Angeles, and then you're like, oh, well, geez, I'm going to cancel my flight to Boston. You know what I mean? Like, it's people get killed everywhere. Like, the whole world's a bad place. So like, Mexico's got its bad spots, but don't be afraid about Mexico. And Mexico has got it going on. The resorts are awesome. The people are awesome.
You were at a resort.
No, I'm not saying I was in the hood of Mexico, but what I'm saying is Mexico's got some safe spots still, man. Cancun is as safe as anywhere, man. There's more crime down the street from not my house, because I live in kind of in a quiet neighborhood, but, from like an hour from my house, there's more killing than there is like... Just don't be afraid of Mexico is the moral of the story, man. But go to Mexico. Mexico's nice. It's real nice.
Well, especially when you're staying in Club Med.
No, this is not Club Med. This is Palace, baby. We don't play with that Club Med. This is real. No, we had a good time, man. Yo, the food was good. The sun, I got my tan going on. I got rejuvenated.
Tan?
I got a tan going on. Wait, what? Dark people don't get tan?
Do they?
Wow, Sal. I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that. What are you, crazy?
I don't get a tan. I just get freckles.
No, man. Dark people get dark, man. Our lips get darker. Our face gets dark, like kind of redder. It happens, man. Like, you're crazy, Sal. Yo, you let me down. That's Texas for you, man. That's Texas.
What do you mean that's Texas? No, there's lots of sun here. But like I said, I just freckle and burn. So I decided years ago to stay well out of the sun.
Well, I got a tan going on right now, okay? Despite whatever you might think, okay? It's there. I can see it.
Okay.
And it looks good.
As long as you can see it.
So, no, we had fun, man, and it was good. So, back...
Oh, wait a minute. Look at your shirt.
Yo, Goonies, man. Goonies never say die, man. Goonies never say die. That's right, man. Yo, I love that movie, man. That's like one of my favorite movies of all time.
It would be in my top 10 for sure.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. I love that movie. Hey, you guys. Yeah, I could watch that all day, man. So I'm excited to be back, man. It's busy. It's a busy week. We talked about it before, fantasy football, which I know you're getting tired of hearing about.
If I hear fantasy football one more time, BlizzCon.
We had a draft last night, man. The Convert to Raid Fantasy League draft last night, man. Karn from the guild set it up. And,
cool.
Yeah, man, we had a good time. And big shout out to him for getting that going.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was fun. So we had a good time. We had about 11 of us. And we had a good time. We got in Mumble and did our thing. So that was fun.
Oh, that's good. Oh, getting together and doing that kind of stuff with the guild is cool.
Yeah,
and also, you get to meet other guildies that you don't raid with.
Exactly. So it was good, man. We had a good time.
Oh, cool.
What have you been up to, man?
Well, I've just been raiding with my team, and I've been leveling a Shadow Priest.
Oh, okay. A little priest action, okay.
Yeah, I got her to 86 last night.
What? Wait. Where'd you start? Like one, like recently, or was she already like a mid-level?
She was already like level 70.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, it's a little bit of time there.
No, she was my first alt.
Okay.
And I named her Summer.
Nice.
My real name, but
that's kind of cool.
That's a long time ago. I also have a tune named Winter. That's a warlock that I'll never play. But I got her to 70 and just got tired of it.
Okay.
And that was I hadn't touched her for a couple of years, except to bring up her professions. I've been doing that through the Dark Moon Fair.
Okay.
Because you get up 5 levels in your professions easily, quickly, cheaply. So I've just been kind of doing that, but I got bored because I don't need Valor anymore. I don't need upgrades anymore. I'm just waiting for 5.4 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I just started leveling this toon as Shadow, and wow, you just melt faces.
Yeah. Shadow's fun, man. Shadow's very fun.
But I need to learn to disc.
Disc is awesome.
That's my next thing.
I switched over to
disc. Oh, that's
disc,
what
man.
you do.
Yeah, and I was holy forever. I remember I fought it forever. But no, I mean, I'll give you some tips, man. But disc healing is so much fun because you get a little bit of DPS going on there too. And
do you even disc?
Yeah. What
Sorry, that was a joke.
What, you trolling me? What's going on?
Always.
No, man. Yeah, I do my discing, man. I disc it up. But,
okay, I need your help with the disc then because the Q lines for Shadow are horrendous, and if I were healing, I would be doing a lot better.
Yeah, no.
And I just want to be more versatile.
If you need some holy tips too, man, I'm all about the holy too. You know.
I just disc seems more fun to me.
Disc is more fun, and I don't care what anybody says. Disc is more fun. Well, put it this way: if you want to be always doing something, disc is the way to roll. You know. So
I want to do that. But did you hear while you were gone, while you were in Mexico?
That's right.
This big thing kind of went down. The Dark Below.
Okay, and I saw some stuff on Twitter about that. Like, lay it on me. What's this Dark Below stuff?
Okay, basically, there's someone, supposedly Blizzard, trademarked or applied, that has an application for a trademark for a video game called The Dark Below. And 2 years ago, at this time, the same kind of thing happened with Mists of Pandaria.
Okay.
Now, there's a few different reasons why this still could be a hoax, and MMO Champion is calling it a hoax at the moment. It has to do with anyone can make this application and stick Blizzard's name on it, but someone made this application, stuck Blizzard's name on it, and paid $500 for the app.
What do you mean for the app?
For the application.
Oh,
for this
you have to pay
$500
to get the trademark?
Mm-hmm. Well, no, there's different classes. You add different things to make it. It's like $275 was the lowest. Then you add little things, and it got up to $500. And then the next day, MMO Champion found someone had done the same thing with Corgis Unleashed, and it only paid the $275. So okay, well, this is a hoax. But the thing is, I know it looks like a hoax. I know it looks like a big joke that someone playing on the millions of World of Warcraft players. But I'm going to tell you right now, I believe in the Dark Below, and I believe that'll be our next expansion.
Do you think we're going to be underwater?
Yes.
Are you excited about that?
No. I hate.
Okay, because I was going to say, like, Sal, we got a problem. You know, I'm not down with that.
No, but the thing is, one of the big bads would be Ashara. And that is cool. And we'd be fighting the Naga, and that's cool. And I think that could lead into some Burning Legion action later on. And I think it's cool.
You've made a horrible assumption, Sal.
What do you mean?
Your assumption is that I actually know who Ashara is. See, I just kill things or heal people.
Okay.
Like I'm the opposite of a lore nerd. I don't know anything about the lore.
You would have fought Ashara at the end of Cataclysm in the big heroics that happened, the hot heroics.
What did she look like?
At the time.
And I'm totally probably noobing myself hard right now.
Ashara. And like the ads in that fight were like serving her, like fighting for her, and then she would turn one of the 5 people into a puppet, and so you're the puppet of Ashara, and in the end she's like, I don't have time for you anymore, and then she runs off.
Okay, so you don't actually kill her.
You don't actually kill her.
Okay.
But you kill all her minions.
Okay.
It was in the one with Malfurion in it, and the Well of Eternity. The Well of Eternity heroic dungeon at the end of Cataclysm. We fought Ashara.
Okay.
And the thing is, when Ashara lost the battle, this whole thing with the Burning Legion, or she was going up against her people, the Night Elves, she was, long story, basically taken into the sea by the old, protected by the old gods, and turned her into like a Naga. So like Naga used to be Night Elves.
Now, so you see this face, right? This face right here.
Yeah, you don't.
No, this is my face that means that's pretending to follow you right now. I'm follow. Hold on. Yeah.
You're not following.
No, I'm lost.
Oh.
I'm lost, but it's okay. I'm glad you're excited because a lot of our listeners are into the lore, man. That's good. It's good stuff.
Well, you know Naga, the Naga race used to be Night Elves.
Wow.
That's where they came from. That's where the Naga came from. Like the
I did not know that.
Dwarves used to be the Earthen. You know, like things happen like that.
Okay.
So I'm excited about the possibility of going and taking the fight to Ashara, and
Not underwater.
it'll be underwater. It would have to be. It would have to be
Okay.
underwater a bit. So yeah, that was the big news, and everyone is telling me. I've got people on my raid team telling me I'm a fool for being a believer, and I tell them, if you don't believe, you'll never fly. You'll never fly if you don't believe.
Man, I'm gonna feel bad for you if it's not true.
You know what? If it's not true, I need to sing a song about Megacode and Berserker on this podcast.
Give us a little taste, man. Sing a little something for us.
I don't know the one about Berserker yet. The one about Berserker would have to have a heavy metal. His job in our raid team is to provide the heavy metal inspiration every week before raid.
Okay.
Which is cool, which is a very important job.
You guys get pumped before the raid?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And every Wednesday he puts a new video up on the forum that we have to listen to as part of our inspiration. And then Megacode's a healer, and I did think about the one for Megacode. I'm not going to tell you, but if I'm wrong, I'll sing a song about both of them.
Oh, okay. You heard it here first in the Converted Podcast.
Sing the song.
August 26th. Yeah. Okay. I like it.
August 26th. Oh, yes. That's when I
said
it.
Man.
So The Dark Below is a thing. It's a video game. It's a thing. And people were saying this 2 years ago at Mr. Pandaria. So.
Okay.
So there.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right, because I don't want to see you down. Yo.
I'll like whatever we get.
Yo, man, we got Solar coming up. Great interview.
Solarflair.
Yeah, man, a lot of good stuff. So we're going to get into that, and then we'll catch you guys on the other side. So enjoy the interview.
Solarflair is here to talk about his raid team, the raid team spotlight, the Wrathion Chronicles.
Yes, man. Hardcore raid team, man. I like it.
Yeah, number 2 or 3 on the server, depending on the week.
I like it. So enjoy the interview, guys, and we'll see you on the other side.
Okay.
Yo, we got a special guest in the house tonight. Round 2 with the main man, Solarflair, dude. Yo.
Hey.
Welcome back. Yes,
Thanks,
man. Yes.
It's been a long time since I've said that, and it's been a long time since I've been here, so it's good to be back.
Hey, man. Thanks for coming on, dude. It's good to have you, man. Like, people, Solarflair, but you're a legend, man, in the CTR community, man. You're one of the founders. I'm sure everybody misses hearing you on the show. But real life is real life, man. We all know about that. So we do what we got to do. But it's good to have you, man.
Thanks for having me. This is an awesome show you guys got going on. So I'm really glad to be here.
Hey, thanks a lot, man.
Well, hey, tell us a little bit about real life. What have you been up to this summer?
Well, I'm seasonally employed with the city of Phoenix. I work as a lifeguard. This was my 5th year with the city, so I've been doing it for almost a quarter of my life now, and long time. And get back into school. This is my 2nd year back at college, and working on my EMT license. So by December, hopefully, if everything goes well, I will be a licensed EMT.
Oh, wow.
So,
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, working towards that. That's the end goal. So that's occupying actually a lot of my time, believe it or not. I have a 1,500-page book I have to go through by the end of semester, so we'll see. See how that goes.
Looking forward to it. How was your game time? Like, give me an idea, like your game time before you got real busy, and now, like, is it like half? Are you playing about half as much as you used to, or what?
It's not necessarily how long I've been playing, it's just when I've been able to play. A lot of times, like, remember, I was back in March, I was kicking it with 4 raid teams.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, and I can't do that anymore, just because the time I dedicate to raid teams, I have to dedicate somewhere else. So, I mean, maybe I'll play a whole bunch in the morning, or maybe I'll play a whole bunch late at night, but in the afternoons, evenings, family, school, work, I mean, it's hard to nail down times, is what it really came down to. So I would say I'm almost playing maybe like a 10th less, really. But it's hard to stay committed like that. Because who knows what's going to come up. It's really what it came down to. So
as far as like locking yourself down to like raid teams, like, hey, I'm going to be here on this night at this time every week or whatever, it's just been hard.
Yeah, I mean, I did a Friday and Wednesday night team. I did a Saturday night team. I had a Sunday night team. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It was way too much. So I was raiding almost like 18 hours a week, and I couldn't do that with the real life schedule that I had going on. So
I can't imagine 18 hours.
Yeah,
18 hours of raiding.
Well, it was diverse, different characters, different raid teams. It was almost a 25-man, so I mean, it kept it fresh. It wasn't the same character over and over again, but it did start to wear on me, and I did have to pull back. So
now, check this out, right? One day I was doing a little strat hunting. Like as a raid leader, I'm looking for strats and stuff. I'm on YouTube doing my thing, right? And I click on this tank spot video, right? I'm like, all right, let's check a little tank spot. And normally, I don't do the tank spot because a lot of it's 25 man, and obviously I'm on a 10-man team.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I hear this familiar voice, man. Like, I don't know, like I might be totally clueless, but how did that slip through the cracks, man? I didn't even know about that, man.
Really?
How'd that happen, man? How'd you pull that off?
I talked to Laura. It was really what it came down to. There was a vacancy. This was ages ago. This had to have been in October of last year, almost a full year ago. And he put a post out on Twitter saying he was looking for content developers for TankSpot, people that could do 10-minute video guides. And a couple people responded. And what I did at the time was I went and I just recorded one of our Fang kills back in the time, like way back in Mogushon Vaults. And I just broke the entire thing down, did a video, or had the whole 9-minute clip. I cut it into pieces, into segments, parts where it would discuss this, ability, things like that. And apparently he was on board with it. So I got to do some tank spot video guides for partially into tier 14 and some of tier 15. With what happened over there, it was Mike B is taking over tank spot.
Okay.
We could be seeing more for Siege of Orgrimmar and even next expansion from me, but I have to get on board with that again. So we'll see where that goes. But it was still fun, and I really liked putting those guides out. So I'm surprised you didn't know. I thought I mentioned it on the show once.
Who didn't know that, Bell? Everyone knew
Come on,
that.
Bell.
It's one of those things. Like maybe I might have heard it. You know what I'm saying? But like I didn't put it together, man. So when I'm doing my search and I'm on the tank spot thing, I'm like, oh, Chuck, that's Solar, man. That was kind of cool. It was kind of cool to see you doing that, man. That's pretty awesome.
It's good to be on the community like that too. Not only was I on the podcast, I was doing the tank spot video guides. I even had some hunter guides up, so that was a good time. I was enjoying being an asset to the community.
Very unique opportunity, man, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Well, tell us that you do have time for one raid team. It looks like.
I do. Yes, I've dedicated 9 hours a week for the Wrathion Chronicles, which is actually on my prot paladin. Definitely different from the hunter. It was kind of hard transitioning being with the Hunter for 5 years to like seriously being with Hunter for 5 years, like really devoting the playtime into that class and switching it up quite drastically, one to a different class and another to a different role as a tank. But I'm really enjoying it. We're doing quite well, and I don't see that stopping anytime soon. So it's actually a really good time in the week for me to be able to just evenings on a weekday. So it's not family time, it's not study time, it's just free time.
And you guys are doing 3 nights a week?
3 nights a week for 3 hours, that's right.
Sweet. Now, where are you guys at right now? I'm pretty sure you guys got to be pretty deep, right? Pretty far.
Yeah, we're working on our 7th heroic in Throne of Thunder.
Oh, okay, wow.
So we're working on Heroic Council. And 6 down, 6.5, I guess, to go with Wrathion. I'm not sure how much of it will clear before Siege of Orgrimmar. Definitely, our goal is to finish 8 of 10. Or, I'm sorry, 8 of 13 heroic. That's with Council falling and Primordius afterwards. Maybe if we have time for Megara, but it's actually been a really strong tier for us, despite all the setbacks we've had with just the roster. It hasn't changed much, but attendance has been very fluctuated over the last couple of months for us. But it's really exciting to be pushing those heroics again at a fairly decent pace. I remember one time we were in like the top 10% of all raid teams on a 9-hour week schedule. I thought, that was pretty respectable for being an up and coming raid team. Just fresh out of February was when we started.
Now, when you guys set this team up, was it set up to be kind of like a hardcore progression team, or was it like, hey, you know what, we're gonna get a casual, group together and just do some raiding? And
yeah, that's originally. It's a very interesting story about how the Wrathion Chronicles was founded. It was 5 guys from Moonguard. I'm sure you guys all know the RP server of Moonguard. Yeah, 5 guys from Moonguard. That'd be a good setup for a joke.
Sounds like a sitcom.
Yeah, and so they came over here and they wanted to, form their raid team, and they plugged in 5 other mates, and we started in Mogushon. It was very casual progression. It was nothing serious. It was only like 5 hours a week, I think. And slowly, one by one, they stopped playing, either due to work. Actually, I think all of them were work-related. Promotions, going into the military again. So we had to find replacements. And when we found those replacements, they were just as good. And they had that dedication to continue to keep playing like that. And we all know what kind of player I am, and being the raid leader was actually passed off to me at one point. Excuse me, I had like 400 pounds to eat today, and it's I can feel it. Anyway, but so yeah, being a raid leader, we kind of gauged what we wanted to do with ourselves, what was our goal, what was our intentions, and We finished pretty late into the tier of last tier. We finished, tears, and Throne of Thunder kicked off, and it took us about a month to clear Delay Shen, and after that we really decided to sit down with our roster, which had changed even more since then. We've actually gone through probably 6 or 7 people, just due to real life is all it has really been. It's just people getting jobs and stuff like that. It looks like my dog is awake. Sorry. Hopefully you guys don't hear that. But so once the roster changed, we have a very strong core right now. We have very good players, all definitely striving for that performance, and it's showing. I mean, we're keeping up with the server. We're top 3 in the server. At one point, we were going to tie for server second. So it's just it's good. The only team that's ahead of us is the casuals. So
nice. So is there like a little internal? Is there a little competition going on here, or what's?
We certainly have it. We certainly have the competition with them. I'm not sure if they know that we're a formidable force, but at one time we were actually pushing for server second at the time, because the server first is held by Alone. They're a top 300 rating guild, so we don't have the hours for that. So second is good for us. And at one point, they couldn't kill Heroic Tortoise, and we didn't get to Heroic Twins. And they had killed Twins, and we had killed Tortoise. So they got the first Twins kill, and we got the first Tortoise kill. And that was when it was kind of like, hey, look, we're a force to be reckoned with here.
Yeah.
But I think they actually raid more hours than we do. Not that that's any excuse, really, but they're ahead by 1 boss now. They're working on Primordius, and we're still on Council. Yeah, they just killed Council. I think it was last 2 weeks ago, something like that. Yeah.
So you guys are still neck and neck, though, man.
We're close to it. We're close to it. I think it's very rare for us to be raiding a night with our full group. A lot of times someone's out on a work call, or they had a job opportunity arise and they have to go on an interview. So I would say maybe 3 out of the 9 hours we raid is everybody together. So sometimes that can make things a little frustrating, but we do quite well.
It would seem to me too, like I could be totally off, but it seems like the more nights you raid, or maybe the more hours you raid, the harder it is to get everybody together. Yeah. Does that make it? Does that?
I would have to say so.
Am I totally off on that?
Well, and it could be the group that we have. I mean, a lot of these guys work, 9 to 5s and stuff like that, or they work on, one of our guys works on an oil rig, so things change for him all the time, and one guy coaches kids football. So, I mean, you have very, just recurring things, right. And a lot of the times it's like, oh, I have to work late tonight, or, oh, I have to coach this one game, or stuff like that. And so I don't know if that's I guess you could say a universal thing, but it's definitely noticeable. It's really hard to get everyone together for a full week of raiding, but when we do, we kill it. So.
So, do you have alternates, like subs that you bring in all the time?
Kind of. I would say kind of. We have a elemental / resto shaman named Yuffie, who was actually there for our heroic Tortoise kill, subbing in for one of our players. And she does great, and so we have things like that, but I wouldn't say any permanent bench seats. Those we really actually probably should, but we don't. We usually just have to pug, and sometimes it goes well, and sometimes we just have to resort to farm night or something.
Yeah. Okay, and it's a 10-man team, right?
It's a 10-man. Yeah, always been 10-man. No desire to go 25. Too many cats to herd, man. I've seen 25-man raiding. I experienced it again this expansion, and it's a whole other beast, but it's pretty hard to do as a raid lead, at least.
Sure.
Well, what did you do to combat the summertime blues? It's really tough to get everyone to be there.
It was mainly my fault. I was actually we had a set schedule that let's just say, for example, I forget exactly what it was. It was 6 to 9 was our raid night. I didn't get home until 7:30. So instead of raiding 3 hours, we actually ended up raiding like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it was just
Yikes.
I felt so guilty every time I logged in, but they stuck through it. It's a good group of guys. We all love each other, and I see us doing good things for next year. So.
Now, what are you guys doing with the whole flex rating thing next year? I mean, we've asked the last couple teams that, but what are you guys planning on doing? I mean, what's your approach going to be to that?
Well, what we wanted to do, this was my idea. One of the guys suggested we don't do it. Why waste time on it? But the way I see it is we go in, the first night siege drops, and we kill the first 3 bosses that are available at flex. That's our first night is dedicated, and we'll say 1 extra DPS, so it'll be as close to our 10-man dynamic as we currently have. and we will work on all 3 bosses. And I would say, gauging on our skill, our gear, and just the difficulty of Flex, we'll be killing all 3 of those bosses. Now we're going to go in the next night on normal and execute the exact same thing. Okay. So we'll get some upgrades, because Siege is like 540, isn't it? Something around there. So we'll grab an upgrade or 2 from a boss. Yeah. We'll go in the next night, and we know exactly what we're going to be looking at, and we'll knock out 3 bosses on normal, and then we'll progress for the rest of the week after that.
Sounds like a good plan.
At least that's the game plan. That's what I have in mind. So as far as is concerning Flex on a regular basis, as a weekly thing, we don't really have time for that. It'll have to be something done on your own accord, just like LFR has been.
That's kind of the way I'm looking at Flex. Like, you raid with the raid team, and then I'm hoping to leave Flex for pugging into other groups. Yeah. And get to know other people.
Yeah, which is a really good opportunity. But I think the way we're using Flex is as a tool to understand the encounters better. A trial run is really what it's going to end up being.
So you're only taking the 10 into the Flex. You're not bringing 11, 12, 14 people. I mean, you're going to go in there with your team, and it's just us, and we're doing our thing. Is that what your plan is, or are you planning on...
Well, you can't do Flex with 10 or 25 people, exactly. You have to find something.
So it has to have
so we're just
at least 11?
At least 11 or 24,
okay.
Yeah.
I thought you could go
so we're
gonna, okay.
I wish, no. We're going to bring in 1 extra DPS, just like I said, to be as close as our raid dynamic as we have right now, our composition, and we're just going to work it until we understand it, so...
Just tell that DPS to kind of stand in the corner and don't do anything.
Yeah. Well, they would love if I said that, I'm sure, yeah. They're all meter hoggers, but, oh boy, I lost my train of thought. I was going to say something too. We have pretty ambitious goals for next year. I want to clear all the heroic bosses before the next expansion.
There's going to be more time too, right? Like, what are they saying in terms of the time frame for the next expansion? Like, how much time are we going to have to really work on 5.4?
I'm not really sure. I know for certain this isn't the last patch they're dropping. I don't know what kind of content they're presenting to us after this. But what I do know is there's not going to be a Ruby Sanctum-esque.
So this is not officially the last raid? I thought this was the last raid, like they had said. Like,
I know this is the last raid, right? But I don't know what kind of content that they're going to be providing after that. Okay. That may distract us, want to get us more gear or whatever. But yeah, I think we're going to have at least 8 months, 7 months to be able to do Siege, and I think that's going to be ample time for us to get our rear into gear and really knock out. We want to be a contender. Realm second is our goal. We don't have the time to compete for Realm first. We don't have the time to be a top 300 team, but we can definitely get second.
So what you're doing is you're basically putting Derry's team on notice. Is that kind of what's happening here?
That was an official warning.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
You better watch out.
Okay,
yes.
Okay, very good.
We need to talk to Darius and get his take on this.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
They're also a very good team, though. They're great. So
that's good, man.
When they got together, it was like definitely hardcore. It seemed a little scary to me. It's like, no, stay away.
Well, what was interesting about that team is they went through quite a roster, like a turnover, really. I remember it was like half of a raid team, and then they just chunked half of them and picked up new people along the way. And I know that they're still dealing with the same kind of roster issues we have. Like I said, since the forming of this team and where we stand now, we've gone through about 8 people. Mm-hmm. Wasn't their fault or anything. It was just because of real life. But right. It's hard to keep up the same. I don't mean to say this. Nobody's irreplaceable. You can always find somebody else. Sometimes it just takes a little bit more time too. But we've been really lucky in finding those good, solid replacements for people that we managed to lose.
It's good stuff, man.
Well, what about your team? Like, who's on your team right now?
Okay, so for tanks, there's myself, and we got good old. Oh golly heavens, Kiora. We have Kiora.
Okay.
He's a brewmaster monk, and then for healers we have Palermo, Resto Druid, Ciro, Disc Priest. And I know the last one. Come on.
Come on,
Palermo, and True is our holy paladin.
Okay.
5 DPS. We have Bloody Mage as the mage, of course. We have Oztrotic, who also plays mage / warlock. We have Kleptic, who plays a DPS Kleptic. Sue is our rogue. And who's our last DPS?
That last one, man.
I can do it.
Rogue.
Hottentot. Our good old Aussie. He's down under. So yeah, and they're all great guys and great players. I just forgot your name. I'm sorry. I was on the spot.
It's tough. Sometimes it can be tough, man.
Who was it we had a few weeks ago that I asked that question, and then they went, First we had and just went down. And
They looked it up, yeah.
Hey man, you know what? It's better than. Can you imagine if you couldn't remember somebody and you're like, listen,
yeah.
number 10. I'm sorry, man. I don't know. I'm sorry. You know,
Man, I've rated on a semi-consistent basis with like 75 people this expansion, so sometimes it's hard to get it all straight.
Hey man, Solar BlizzCon, man. So are you guys planning some kind of how many of you guys are going? You have a decent amount of guys from your team?
Well, actually just asked them today since the email just came out for the ticket confirmation, the little barcode that you get. I think you have to give them the ticket. Yeah, we just got that. So I think like 3 or 4 of us are going. Actually, not a whole bunch, but the good old AI Asparagus Initiative. I think like 7 of us are going to be there. So that'll be a nice team meetup to see all those guys. And
that's really cool.
Yeah, BlizzCon's going to be awesome. You guys are going, right?
Yeah, man. I got the email today too, man. I got to print them out and start getting those things out there, man. But it's we're excited, man. We're pumped. It's gonna be sweet. It's coming up too, man. It's close.
It is. It's closer than it was how many months ago we bought tickets.
I know. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I need to buy my plane tickets. I haven't done that yet.
Where do you live? How far?
Dallas.
Is it? Dallas. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna drive. About a 6-hour drive.
By the time it starts.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't drive.
Yeah, it's a 6-hour drive from Phoenix, and I would imagine maybe 18 hours if you were booking it for you, maybe.
Through the desert.
Through the desert. That's a very scenic drive.
Desert. It is not scenic drive. You know, there are some great deserts, like in Utah. That's a beautiful desert. West Texas desert.
Not so beautiful.
No, it's hypnotizing. I've driven it.
Yep. Huh? Nevada's pretty bad too. Tumbleweeds and cactus. That's all it is.
And that's all it is. And it's flat with no mountains, and it's really easy to just not continue to see, just like get blinded to it. But yeah, so I'm taking a plane.
Yeah, I would if I lived that far away. But it's going to be great to go to BlizzCon. I mean, I went in 2010, so I've missed one since then and now. One was, of course, it didn't happen. And this is the first time I'm kind of going with the community, with the Converted podcast, Convert to Raid, people I may have met through Twitter, TankSpot, Raiding. So I'm actually really excited to go and see everybody. It's going to be perfect. Sometimes with the conventions, it's more fun to just be there than to go see a panel or whatever. So I'm really excited for it.
Now, do you have any insight? I'm gonna put you on the spot, man. You got any insight? What's happening, man? In terms of Convert to Raid, you got any insight, man? Like I know you got the back door, man. So what's the deal? You got something for the listeners, man? What's up?
All I know is we're planning a party.
Okay.
Just a party.
All right.
It's just a party. So I know there's going to be lots of parties. I know Game Breaker's doing a party, and I know Convert to Raid is doing a party, and I don't know if this has actually been made public yet, but we are going to have things you can wear.
It's been talked about.
Okay.
It's been mentioned.
It's going to happen.
Okay.
Soon, TM, maybe.
Nice. Okay.
The
I'm not going to say anything.
The artist showed me the thing.
Whoa.
Yes. I can tell you more. I'm not going to, but I can tell you more about the designs. The designs look good. The T-shirt design.
Oh!
No, actually, no. That's already been out. It's already been out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been out. Yeah. It was a shirt.
Okay, lagged here. The T-shirt designs look good. We've actually reworked them several times through, and they look quite nice.
Sweet. Looking forward to seeing that. That's gonna be nice.
Good. It'll be good. Yeah, Guild T-shirts and podcast T-shirts both. So.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
Wouldn't they just say the same thing?
I'm supposed to be able to say these. No, they're different. They're different shirts.
What, you're not?
I'm actually really questioning if I should be saying this or not. I don't know if it was my call to make.
Well, no, the T-shirt thing was already mentioned.
T-shirt thing was mentioned. Okay.
Yeah. Coltrane mentioned that when we had him on. Yeah, he mentioned it. So no, that's cool, man. Don't sweat it. It's all good. If anything, man, we'll have to just edit that out. No, I won't edit it out, man. This is a straight shooting show, man. This is exclusive stuff,
So yeah, T-shirts.
Nice, very good, man. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys, man. It's gonna be sweet, man. It's gonna be really nice.
I cannot wait, and it's only like what would be just about to hit September, and it's in November, so about 2.5 months out.
Oh my gosh, I'm not prepared.
Yeah,
I'm not ready.
2 months in a week, really. I mean, September.
Yeah, early November. Early November, yeah.
So 9 weeks.
Yeah, packing and I don't even know. It'll be fun. It'll be really fun.
Packing.
Are you guys gonna get there? Well,
yeah, Thursday.
Yeah, I was about to say because I'm gonna be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right? So 3 days worth of clothes. Gotta look fresh.
You gotta look funky fresh.
Did you see what I was wearing? I got my Convert to Raid shirt on. This is an old school one though.
Wow!
I haven't seen that before, man.
This is the original. So, I just think the 3 boys got that a while back. So
that's kind of sweet.
Yeah, I like it. I might wear that too, and maybe a guild T-shirt. But yeah,
It's a numbered shirt, man. It's only one of three, man.
3. Yeah.
One of three. I like it.
Oh, it's going to be a really huge party. I know people who are going to BlizzCon who aren't going to BlizzCon. Like, they've got a hotel, but they don't have tickets.
Yep.
And I think they'll have just as much fun.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You could do that, man. If you live close enough, it'd be so worth it just to go and hang out.
It would be.
I need to look up the area and see, like, what kind of stores and stuff there are.
It's right next to a McDonald's, so everybody eats at McDonald's right before the convention. Like, I remember we pulled through the drive-thru and it was just like nerd haven. It was
so
just.
Is that going to be like a line out the door?
And it was.
Neckbeards?
Neckbeards. It was just McDonald's. And but yeah, so it was fun to see everybody, and I think is this you guys' first time going?
Yeah, mine.
Yes. Yeah, it'll be mine.
It's so much fun.
This is the first time I've been in the country for it, so.
Where were you before?
It was Korea.
Oh.
Yeah.
StarCrafting it up over there, or what?
Excuse me?
StarCrafting it up over there.
StarCrafting. You know what? I used to watch people play StarCraft in the PC rooms.
She was living in a StarCraft house.
You seen those?
No, wouldn't that be
gaming houses? They have like gaming houses.
Yeah, they do. That would be so sweet, man. I play StarCraft, so that'd be awesome.
See, they have those houses like that for all kinds of things. Like, we're all going to pass this math test, so we're going to live here together for 4 months.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, it's not an abnormal thing. It happens. Like, we're all going to be dentists in 6 months. Let's go.
Let's all live together and study together and hang out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. No, hey, man, that's cool. You know. Little WoW house, you know.
Yeah. Well, they actually have a couple of those, and there's actually one really close to where I live for Arena, Evil Genius.
Oh, really?
She's right there by you guys?
She's right there. Yeah, they have a house because Zale used to live there along with a couple other people. Zale's a warlock who's very good.
I can't imagine living like that. Like, it'd be
There's
dirty.
actually a lot of trauma.
It's fully
It would
immersive,
be
man.
dirty. A bunch of dirty nerds sitting all together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why isn't that a reality show? Like, why isn't someone in there filming that stuff and
They
putting that
should do
stuff
that. I
on
don't know.
YouTube? That would be an
There's
awesome.
there's been drama like, oh, I didn't get paid by such and such date. I don't want to play with this guy anymore. Oh, they talking smack and so yeah, it's actually really funny to keep up with people in the arena brackets.
I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to
It's
win the
intense
arena.
stuff, man. That's serious
true.
stuff, man. Like, even like in StarCraft, man. Like, that's intense, man. Like, those people are. I mean, it's real. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I would think even still, well, of course, StarCraft is bigger than WoW Arena is. But have you seen some of like the League of Legends followings?
Yeah.
It's like a TV show. It is a TV show, isn't it? In StarCraft, they just have a StarCraft channel in Korea.
They do.
Yeah.
Two of them at one point.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, you just turn it on at StarCraft all the time.
That is insane.
That's pretty awesome.
It's cool though. Yeah, it's very interesting the cultural dynamic because you know how gaming is viewed there. Those guys are like baseball stars, you know. And over here, I'm a gamer. Yeah. Go back in your room.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's totally true. I was at the mall one time, and there were all these girls screaming, running up to this nerd, right, wanting his autograph.
He was like, "This space, ladies, back up."
And he had like some kind of, I don't know, sponsored jacket on or something.
Oh yeah, that's
like,
cool.
Yeah, who's a StarCraft player.
Yeah.
You know, I imagine a guy like that would have like a crystal ball like around his left hand, and I don't know, because you know they gotta like move their hands really quickly to get the actions per.
Yeah,
oh yeah, their EPMs like it's like 500 or something.
Do you play Solar on StarCraft? Did we lose him? You there, Sal?
I'm here.
I think we might have lost him.
Oh no! It was a StarCraft talk that did it.
It did.
You know, it's because it's supposed to be a WoW show. Why are we talking about StarCraft?
But no, it's Blizzard. No, we got love for Blizzard. He'll be back in a second.
I think
Sal,
so.
Give me something entertaining to talk about while we're waiting for Solar to come
Entertain. Oh, there he is.
He's back.
Did I break something?
Yes.
No, you know what? Sal said it's the StarCraft talk, man. But I don't.
Yeah. What are we doing? This is a World of Warcraft show.
Well, no,
sorry, I do
we love Blizzard. We got love for the Blizzard, man.
Love. Okay, cool. Speaking of Diablo 3 cinematic, did you guys watch that?
I haven't seen the cinematic.
Oh my gosh! How many times
You need to go
have
see that.
I've been hearing about it, all the stuff that's coming out with it, but I have not watched the cinematic.
It's really good. I'm not a hardcore Diablo 3 player by any stretch of the imagination, but the art, the detail that was put into that cinematic is incredible.
Really?
It is like beyond any Blizzard cinematic. I thought the StarCraft 2 cinematic for the new one that came out was really good. Did you see that one?
Yeah. Yeah.
just blows it out of the water.
Did they have a release date for that, or like why announce it now and
Yeah,
not at BlizzCon?
I thought they did.
Like,
I thought
They announced it at Gamescom in Germany.
oh, okay. Wow.
I'm trying to remember what it said. But yeah, it was definitely worth checking out. And I hear you're getting an island. Is that true? Is this
The island. Listen, man. Solar, man. Like, okay. Lately, I've been kind of busy, man. I got a lot of stuff going on in real life. I just got back from vacation. I got fantasy football, which is kind of gearing up right now. But once that's done, man, I'm gonna seriously see what I can do to make this happen. And like the doubters and the haters, man, it just fuels me, man. It gives me fire. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like telling me like, hey, Belschnickel, you can't do this, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't do this, man. Yo, when we're on the island, man, we're gonna make this happen. But no, I haven't done a whole lot lately. I know for a fact there's an island that I can use. So that as far as getting the island, that's a done deal. It's not even like if, it's when. What I have to do still is I have to talk to the people that own the island, and see like what exactly can we do out there. Like I know we can do fires and stuff like that, but can we film? Do we have to have like liability insurance, all that kind of stuff?
Right.
But like I have an attorney buddy that I'm talking to about some stuff. So I tell you what, like I'm gonna do whatever I can to see if this is something that can happen. If it's something that it can't happen, at least I tried. But I'm not gonna just go out like that and just be like, nah, that's silly. Because
gotta
Steve
show
Jobs,
those haters, man.
They told Steve Jobs he was silly. You know what I'm saying? They told Bill Gates he was silly. So yeah, man, we're gonna see.
That's cool. I know a lot of people are excited for it. One of my buddies, I don't know if you know Galaxy Rise.
No.
No, you haven't talked to him. He kind of lurks and mumble, but he's like pumped, like beyond, like he's 100% on board. The second you get that thing, sign him up.
Dude,
so it sounds like it'll be really fun.
There's a lot of people like that, man. Like I've had some direct messages from people, and they'd say like, "Hey, listen, if you can make this happen, I'm definitely interested." Like once I have all the logistics down, I'm gonna kind of put something out there to get like a formal planning committee set up, and then kind of just lay it all out there. Like this is what it would take to make this happen. I want to talk to like a local film school and see if they want to film it as a project. You know what I mean? So there's different ideas and stuff as far as getting it filmed and edited and all that stuff. So I've got people that have volunteered, like all the medical part of it.
3 paramedics contact us.
Yeah, man, we got people that are lining up to do stuff. We got a lifeguard. You know what I'm saying? He'll be down underneath the water with the scuba gear, filming and stuff, doing his thing.
That's so cool. And I can just imagine, man, just a bunch of WoW nerds,
Dude, it would just be
survivoring it up over in Florida.
It would be awesome, man. I'm telling you, if we could pull that off, I think that would just rock the gaming community, because you don't have to even be a WoW player. I mean, anybody who games, I think, would be interested in seeing something like that. So I'm fired up. And lately, it's been a back burner thing for the last couple of weeks. But once I get out of this
you've been on vacation.
Season, I want to get back into it and just kind of seeing what exactly it would take to make it a reality. So,
I think the first thing that you're going to have to do to make it a reality is call it something else other than convert to raid guild thing.
What would you name it? Well, what would be a good name for it?
Belschnickel's Big Fat Island.
Big Fat Island. No,
Tickle Island. Tickle Island.
Tickle Island. Tickle Island.
Tickle Island. Yes. Like you can't use Survivor. There's certain like things that but yeah, Tickle Island would be kind of funny. It has kind of a weird sound to it. I don't know if you could get down with that. You might have a hard time people taking you seriously if you're like, hey, listen, man,
might have a hard time
I have this project I'm working on. I'm needing some of your students to come over and film us on Tickle Island. How do you say it with a straight face? I can't even do it now. You know what I mean?
I think they would hang out before you finish that sentence, man.
I've been so negative about the whole tickle thing, but all of a sudden I get it, and I love Tickle Island.
Tickle Island.
It all led up to this. Is what it is.
You know what? You're the dude. You were there, man, from the beginning, dude. Solarflair was there from the beginning of Tickle Nation, man. So
I remember that.
Yeah, man. So we'll see what happens, man. I'll definitely keep you guys posted through the show. Nothing's really changed lately, but over the next, I would say, maybe 4 to 6 weeks, I like to have some kind of like a business plan type deal for it, and just kind of outline what exactly I think it's going to take to get it going. So
perfect.
Yeah, man.
That'll be really fun, I think, if you get that off the ground.
I think it'd be sweet, man. I mean, I think it's one of those things that's I don't think it's ever been done in the gaming community at all. Like I've never seen anything like it, and it's not that complicated. It's just a matter of getting all the pieces to fit together and getting it to work. So we'll see.
Well, I mean, the closest thing gamers really had to rallying behind a community is the week. What was that game? The nerd game with like
King of the Nerds.
King of the Nerds. Like, isn't that like the only thing we've ever really, I mean, collectively as a gaming community have done to promote our ourselves really?
Why don't we do a Warcraft rating house? Like real world rating.
They would have to like put up a little protective bubble around that house so people didn't smell everybody inside. Just to be like, really?
I tell you what though, that would be cool too though, like a real world like CTR. Get like, get like 10, 15 people in a house somewhere and just say, hey, you guys are gonna live here for a month. You can have your couple raid teams in the house, and just thing is, you put a bunch of people in a house. It doesn't have. It could be about anything, and there's gonna be drama. That's just the way it is. There's always drama because people all together in the same spot. It breeds drama. That's how reality. That's why reality shows work.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's true, and it's actually really. I wouldn't want to cause any rifts. It's almost like setting us up for setting somebody up. Yeah.
After Solarflair comes in, man, and then it's like leaves the toilet seat up a couple times. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, all right, listen, Solar, man, that was funny the first time. You know what I'm saying? But it's not funny anymore. I tell you, man, it would get hype. It would get hype.
Yeah. But it would be fun. You keep getting these genius ideas to do things, and it makes me want to do them even more and more. So I say you got to start it up, man. So just buy a house, get an island, buy a house. Let's go.
Buy a house. I can get a hold of a house.
Yes. I can get a house. I will use my house. What the heck? I'll have my wife and kids.
Your
will
wife
move out.
will love that.
Yeah, and we'll do it here, right?
Yes.
No, but we'll see what happens, man. I'll keep you posted, man. And I think it's something. I'm not giving up on it. That's for sure. So we'll see what happens.
Awesome.
Cool. Okay, well, Solar, you're amazing for coming on tonight.
Yeah, man.
Thank you so much.
No, thanks
for telling us about Wrathion Chronicles.
No problem. It's a good team, and wish us luck for the next year because I know I'm going to be pushing them pretty hard. So we'll see.
So you're going to be hitting it hard as soon as the patch drops? Awesome.
You got any shout-outs, man? Like, you got any shout-outs for some peeps and stuff? I know you're active in Mumble and stuff, too. Like, I've heard you've been in Mumble and stuff, doing your thing and stuff, but...
Yeah, I mean, I like to, still interact with the guild and stuff like that. I know I used to be very well-known in AIE, my old guild in Earthen Ring, for doing events and stuff like that, and I just haven't been able to do stuff like that like I used to, so I would like to start doing that again. But big shout-out to my boy Kleptic. He's been really good while I've been gone, managing the raid team. Great guy, Wrathion Chronicles, just a really good raid team, and I'm excited to continue raiding with those guys. So
awesome, man.
Great.
Well, listen, thanks for coming on, man.
Oh, my pleasure.
Everyone loves their Solarflair, man. We miss you, and it's good to see you, man. No doubt.
Thanks.
We're looking forward to it.
It's really fun. Yeah, you guys take it easy, and thanks for having me on tonight.
Awesome, man. Thanks again, man.
Yeah, good night. Perfect.
Bye.
Bye-bye, man.
Bye.
Thank you, Solarflair, coming on talking about the Wrathion Chronicles. I can't believe how progressed that team is.
Yo, I had heard about that team, but I didn't realize they were that hardcore. Like, they were pushing high-end server stuff, so that's awesome.
That was really cool to talk to. It was good to see him again, so thanks again, Solar, for coming on.
Thank you.
Oh, he's so sweet.
No roundtable this week, guys. We're going to have our roundtable on our regularly scheduled show on September 5th, the Thursday. We're going to still stay on our every other Thursday schedule. And if you want to be on that roundtable, Sal, what's the topic coming up on September 5th?
Trolling.
Ooh.
Are you a troll? Have you been trolled? What do you think about trolling? Does it have a place in the game?
Does that have a place in your heart?
Well, what kind of trolling is good trolling?
Is there such a thing as good trolling?
Why not?
I mean, amongst friends, are you trolling me now?
Always.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. So no, it'll be good, man. That's an interesting topic, definitely. I mean, it's a big part of not only the game, just the internet and everything. I mean, there's trolls everywhere, So we'll talk about that with you guys. So let us know if you want to be on that roundtable.
Okay, now it's time for converted shoutouts. Remember, this is a very special, shorter edition of the show today. So we have, first one is Remedies, who wants to shout out to the Rubber Chicken Coalition /Chicken.
We have Sma Hoarder. Shout out to Brewed Awakening team for getting ahead of the curve yesterday. That's awesome. Congrats, guys.
Nice. Our team's trying to get that this week.
Yeah, us too, man. It's
racing.
That's awesome, though. They got it. They got that behind them. That's sweet.
Amazing. Cool. And then Tim, or Exclavier, says, to those at the DFW meetup, I had an awesome time getting to meet some of you and love the game. Thanks for coming. You know what? Why didn't I mention that before? Last Saturday was the Texas DFW meetup.
How was that, man?
We had fun. We went to Dave & Buster's.
Okay.
Yeah, like everyone is doing, right? And that's such an easy place to go because you just meet at the bar, have a little nachos or whatever, and then go play some games. Thing is, we made the mistake. We had a group, so we got $25 cards for each of us to play the games. Mm-hmm. No way were we going to get these $25 cards. We got there at 5 o'clock, right? we got there at 5 o'clock, and we ate. We had a few drinks. Nothing crazy. But I'm telling you, a few of us stayed until the end of the night. We got kicked out at 1 o'clock in the morning, and we still had money on those cards.
How?
So, because you get the $25 cards, and then you have like all this extra stuff on it. And we were playing expensive games too. Yeah. I've got money on the card in my wallet right now.
So it doesn't expire. You can go back later, right?
I can, but it's not like I live nearby. But anyway,
okay.
Dave & Buster's, great place for a meetup because it was fun. We got a little motor car action going on. Hastor was there. Oh, I really like him. I know he's listening. If there's anyone in the world listening to this podcast right now, it's Hastor. And I really like hanging out with him. He's
That's
such
awesome.
a sweet guy.
Is he going to BlizzCon?
Yeah. Yes.
Sweet.
See up BlizzCon. Right. And then Pudcud was there. You know, and that's someone on the Chicken Coalition.
Yeah.
Recently, and he's like all over Twitter and stuff. That's cool. And then Xavier helped me plan that. That was really sweet of him.
That's pretty cool, man. How many people total were there, we think?
4.
Hey, man, nothing. Hey. She's like, don't worry about that, Bill Schnickel.
Just the people I mentioned.
That's all right, man. That's all right. Listen, man, where two are gathered, it's a meetup. You know what I'm saying? If you hook up with one other guildie, you can call it a meetup, man. It's all good. It doesn't have to be a big old 40-person thing.
Yeah, there was several people that wanted to come but couldn't come. But it just school starts this week, and not everyone can get a babysitter, and some people wanted to come in from Houston, some people wanted to come in from Austin, and it just didn't happen. And maybe next time it will. But the 4 of us had a very nice time. And
you planned it and you did it. Everyone talks about meetups. You guys did it, man. That's awesome.
Do you know the meetup thread on the Signals Media forums? There's tons and tons of people going, let's have a meetup. But nobody's saying,
you gotta make it
let's
happen.
meet at this time at this place.
Do it, man. Make it happen. Talk is cheap.
So, it was actually really easy. You just meet at Dave & Buster's at 5. And that's all we did.
That was the level of sophistication of your planning. Let's meet at 5. Dave & Buster's, okay, see you there. Bye.
And Xavier did that.
That's cool.
So
that's all right, man. Hey, you guys did it, man. We got one more shout out from Swayze. Shout out to Team Chaos. Thanks for bringing me, and grats on the Darumu and Primordius. So grats to them, man. Sal, we have a special shout out from both of us, man, to a fellow guildie, man. Lay it on him and let people know what I'm talking about.
Okay, Navix. Oh, first of all, I got to shout out to him for taking over the LFR stuff that I've been doing these past few weeks. I'll be back on Tuesday, though. But Navix, very special, very, very wonderful guy, made us something. He made us a gift.
Yes.
And Belschnickel, I want you to remember to put it in right now.
I'm going to have it
so everyone...
Yes.
Huh?
While we're talking right now, it's
it.
going to be on your screen. It is the coolest image. Describe it, Sal, because you're better at describing that kind of stuff.
Okay, well, it's us. It's the Converted podcast, and it's got our tunes on there. And I never knew your tune was ball-headed like that.
Yo,
that's pretty awesome.
I got to keep it schneck, man. Got to keep it schneck.
What I love about it is that my tune is telling you no.
I know. Sal's got like this attitude hand up there. No. She got the thing going on the way. Yeah, it's pretty funny, man. You guys
can't do that, Belschnickel. You can't. But the way you're standing is like, what, Sal?
Sal, come on, man. Go with me. Follow me on this. No, it's
Which
good.
Just basically sums up our relationship.
Pretty much. So check it out. We're gonna find a place for that picture. We're gonna do something, but maybe we'll put it on Twitter so everyone can see it who's not watching it. But we'll get it out there so you guys can see it. It's pretty cool. It's a really cool picture.
Oh, that was such a sweet thing. Oh, I love it.
So
thank you, Navix.
Appreciate it, man. For real. Yeah. We got a couple YouTube comments, and then we'll wrap up the show. Like I said, shorter show this week. We got one from Zachary Polak for last week's Blazing episode 12. He said, best trophies ever. Stay classy.
He doesn't say ever. He says ever.
Yeah, I don't usually use ever. I don't. Yeah, I'll let you do the evars from now on. That's good. I like it. Do it one more time. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do it again.
Okay.
We got one from Dance DJ 2K2. He said ROFL #Tickle Nation. Love that one.
That was dirty trick.
Yeah, but it was good. That was good. I like that. So that's it, man. That's it for this week. We had a short episode, but it was fun. I had a good time talking to Sal and Solar, man. It was good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Thank you for coming and listening to us today. Our regularly scheduled program will happen on September 5th.
Yes.
Right? And we are looking for roundtable participants for that. Yeah.
Well, follow us. Follow us on Twitter. We got
sure.
the Converted CTR. You go follow Belschnickel CTR. Sal, what's your Twitter, Sal?
Mine is really easy. It's summer_Sal.
Awesome. We got a website, www.convertedpodcast.com. And we got email, convertedpodcast@gmail.com. So there's plenty of ways to get a hold of us. And do it, man. Make it happen. And we're looking forward to hearing from you guys. And we're excited about the next episode in about a week and a half. So we're going to have a little double action coming up. So it's going to be good.
Yeah. I'm just trying to go through here and find out everything that's happening. But yeah, we definitely have teams for the rest of the year, leading on up to BlizzCon.
Yes. And then we got a little something planned for BlizzCon too. So it's going to be good, man. We're excited. We thank you guys for listening, watching. And we'll see you guys in about a week and a half. So enjoy the episode, and we'll be talking.
Thanks for coming.
See you guys. Peace.
This podcast is a part of the Signals Media All-Star Network. For more information on this and other fine shows, go to signalsmedia.com. It's okay to stick our stuff in your ears. Really?